The number of residents who are dying from heroin overdose is on the rise. A recent poll found out that 3 in 10 Marylanders have a close friend or family member who is addicted to opiates. International Overdose Awareness Day was recognized here in Montgomery County. Susan Kenedy was there.
The ceremony of remembrance was hosted by Montgomery County families who have lost loved ones due to a drug overdose. SOUL, or Surviving Our Ultimate Loss, was co-founded by Montgomery County Judge Mary Elsa Bernard, who lost her daughter Kate to an overdose at the age of 27.
For my daughter Kate, she had been in recovery for 9 months, and for her it just took one night. She relapsed, and her first and only overdose killed her.
The candlelight vigil drew dozens of residents there to acknowledge the grief of families and friends who have experienced death or injury as the result of a drug overdose. The members of SOUL organized the event not only to raise awareness, but also to help break the stigma associated with this disease.
Despite their differences, all of our children shared a common struggle in that our society made it very difficult for them to even admit that they had a problem. And when they did finally acknowledge that they had a problem, for them to seek appropriate help.
Councilmember Mark Elrich chairs the council's Public Safety Committee. He says how society treats addiction needs to be rethought.
Our attitude toward mental health treatment in this state is pathetic, and then it falls on the county. We don't have the beds, so our mental health facility is a jail. So it's a holding place, and we have an attitude in the jail that we should be helping people, but we don't have the facilities in the jail to be helping people. So we do as much as we can do, but what they really need is a center. They need beds. They need more than the beds at Avery Road. Avery's, not the only one. There's not room in the hospitals for overdoses. There's just not room.
Despite the devastation addiction causes families, those present heard a message of hope from a former heroin addict who found a way out of her cycle of destructive behavior through the Montgomery County Drug Court program.
I'm entirely grateful for the people who were there to wake me up each of those times, that threw me in those ice baths, that were standing over me, slapping me awake, because without them, I wouldn't be here. And I'm truly grateful for the opportunity to be able to, empower people and give hope that if you haven't lost your loved one, that it doesn't have to happen. Thank you very much for letting me share.
In Rockville, I'm Susan Kenedy for County Report This Week.
If you know someone who is addicted to heroin or other drugs, there is help here in Montgomery County. Visit montgomerycountymd.gov/HHS and go to the Crisis Services for information on substance abuse programs.